YouTube. In this video, we will be crimping RJ45 ends onto unshielded twisted pair cable or UDP. Essentially, you will need a couple pieces of equipment. You're going to need a cable crimper. Just be careful when you're purchasing a cable crimper that you get one that's going to future-proof you. So I got the pass-through ends, which makes it a lot easier to crimp, especially when you're first getting started. As you can see that there's a trim blade on this crimper. So in order to do the pass-through ends, you will need a crimper that does the trimming. And also, if you ever decide you want to run shielded twisted pair, you will need a crimper that does that as well. So this is another crimper that I have that'll do shielded twisted pair. I use them both together even if I'm doing shielded twisted pair, because this one just has a nice cut feature that the True Cable does not. It has other features, so I mean the True Cable does have a cut feature. It's just not as easy to use as the Klein Tools one. You know, I love this Klein Tools one. You know, it's a pretty damn good tool, but you can't use it for everything, right? So this will allow you to do the shielded. So on shielded cable, you will need it has a pressure bar that you need to turn off, because on a regular cable you have this little thing that it crimps, and on most shielded cable, like if you look right here in between there, it pushes down on that when it crimps. So you know, your cable's tight. But yeah, another thing that is nice to have that you don't 100% necessarily need is a cable tester, and this will tell you if your cable is good. I chose the Klein Tools Scout Pro 3. However, yeah, this is a pricey cable tester. This is about a $80 tool. You can use a cheaper tool, get the same goal, but it's just harder to read the results. But this is nice and easy to read the results on. So, you know, tools I do tend to spend a couple extra bucks on, just because you don't want to buy them twice. If you buy them twice, you spend more money in the long run. So, yeah, tools, spend a couple extra bucks, but yeah, it's worth doing. So, matter of fact, after that, we will get into crimping the cable. So, first you're going to start off by grabbing your cable, right? For the sake of time, I have one end crimped on this cable, and we'll be crimping the other ones. So the first thing you're going to want to do is remove the remove the sheeting. So you just put it in the strip section of your crimper, or you would have a little device that you just spin around, but most crimpers will have that built in. So so anyway, see, I didn't get it enough. I didn't cut enough wire off, so it's gonna come off all wonky. We're gonna take it down farther. That's way too far. I'm gonna spin it around one full rotation, and then I'm gonna twist it off, and it comes right off. You just gotta make sure you get one full rotation. You don't want to do much more than that, because you will nick the wires on here. Anyway, like to make mine a little bit longer and then cut them to length. So I will be using the push-through cables, or the pass-through RJ45s, but if you don't have the pass-through, you will have to have the exact length, and I will show you guys how to do that in another video. This is going to be the pass-through. So first things first, I'm going to put them in order: orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. And on your crimpers, most of them will have the color order right here. So you can see orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. For T568B, right? So there's two standards. There's T568A and T568B. In this little intro, we'll be doing B, but if you can do one, you can do the other. they're not much different. So I'm going to cut this excess wire off, right? And then I'm going to try to get these as straight as possible and push on my end. As you can see, they're going all over the place. So we're going to straighten them out. White, blue, and that is going to screw me up a little bit. Okay, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. And after I cut it, I don't know how I screwed that up, but I did. And it's going to take you guys a couple tries probably, and that's 100% okay, especially if it's your first time. So orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. It's probably going to be hard to see the colors on the camera. You also will notice there is a stripe on one. So what I mean by orange, white is this is white and it has an orange stripe. As you can see that. So yeah. So I'm going to make these as straight as possible. Since I'm using a pass-through ends, one key note, when you put the end on, you want to put it on the way you read, left to right. So when you put the end on, just got to be very careful. So orange, white, orange, green, white, blue. Then you can see these like to change up on you right when you're about to push the end in. You just got to play with it a little bit, and you will get it right. They kind of screw with your mind because you think you're almost done, and then you play with it for another minute or two before you get it right. But it's just like working on anything else, right? First couple times you do it, it's difficult, and then it gets easier. So since I have the pass-through ends, I'm going to take advantage of that. And I'll push them in, and then verify my color code is correct. So orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. And then I'm going to take my crimpers and crimp. So yeah, it's as easy as that. Like I said, don't sweat it. If you take a few times, it may happen. Or you may get it right away. You know, might be good at this. And after you do a couple cables, you will be very good at this. I have confidence in y'all. So after I crimp this, I have a cable tester that I will be testing. I recommend getting a cable tester, but you don't 100% need one. When you plug in your computer, it'll tell you if the cable's good or not, if you get a connection or not. But that's not a great way to test, but you can test that way. So I'm gonna have to switch video modes, so I will get off. So I am testing this cable I just built. So I'm going to turn this on, right, and then for this cable tester I'm going to hit this button and it's going to test it. So you can see that it's pass 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 both sides. So that means this cable is good. And if you wanted to make a crossover cable to connect two like networking devices, like a computer to a computer, a switch to a switch, a computer to a router, which a router meaning like an actual router, not like your ISP router, because your ISP router is a bundle of a router and a switch. Anyway, you would mix the T568A and T568B standard, and you would get a crossover. And this is the way it would look. 1 would go to 3, 2 would go to 6, 3 would go to 1, 4 would go to 4, 5 would go to 5, 6 would go to 2, 7 would go to 7, and 8 would go to 8. But all you have to do is flip orange, and you flip, you just flip orange and green on the one side. So you use T568A on the one side, and you use T568B on the other, and that will make you a crossover.